Hey guys, it's Chris from the KR Collection Dublin here. I'd just like to welcome you all to the channel. And before I get into this, I'd just like to say there's a really nice looking link in the description below where you can win yourself something very similar to what I'm wearing, any team you want. Ends 31st of April. Get involved. So, what made us buy an A45 when we're surrounded by things like this? 599s outside, cars elsewhere. No particular reason really. Geneva 2013, this popped up. I'm not even sure if it had the Patronus kit on it, the Aero kit at the time. The Patronus edition came out. This isn't a Patronus edition. I wanted one, but I couldn't justify the price difference, and the availability too just wasn't ideal. And it was just convenient as well. It was on our list, and we have a list of cars that we want. It was on said list, and in this spec, and it just worked out well. A friend of the channel, Mikey, spotted something he wanted, and this was his at the time, so he needed to get rid of this to buy the other car. Long story short, a coffee turned into this pretty much. So yeah, so the A45 boasts a 2-litre 4-cylinder direct injection petrol engine, producing 359 horsepower from the factory. But this car is actually being electronically tuned to a stage 1 tune of 410 horsepower, which you can really feel the difference. It's an extra 60 horsepower, give or take, depending on what octane you're thrown in and all the usual quirks and whatever when you're filling her up. The car was introduced to directly compete against BMW's M135i, which produced 319 horsepower from a 3-litre 6-cylinder engine. That's a 30 horsepower difference, give or take. But the two cars actually produce the same amount of torque, which is around 330 foot-pounds of torque. So then the question might arise, what made me buy this over an M135i? Well, look at it. Blacked out bends, big power, small package. Like, honestly, it's the perfect car if you ask me. Perfect for shopping, perfect for beating M4s on the motorway, you know. It does it all. So as per usual with all these new to me cars, new to you, new to who, the car has its issues. They're all cosmetic pretty much. I got a very nice bill to sort the cosmetic stuff today, but we're going to go ahead with it. It's really just scratches and dings and scratches on the back bumper from a very, I don't know if unfortunate's the word, reason for the scratches to be there, but I'll explain that to you in a second. They're being sorted next week. Next week being the week of the Formula 1. So the week of the 16th. A very interesting bill, but I'm going to pay it because I want to get it done. And then once that's done, halfway through May, the car is going to be going up to flawless detailing. Shout out to Porg. We'll have a whole video on the process of what's being done up there. Just a bit of a hint, it involves correcting the entire paint and putting plastic all over it. But if you're going to buy a car and you want to keep it right, if you've owned a black car, it's a, excuse my French, it's a nightmare to keep swirl free and clean constantly. So I'm willing to spend kind of whatever it takes to keep it clean, keep it scratch and haze free, you know, because I had an A3 a couple of years ago before all of this stuff kind of came to light, and the paintwork was a nightmare. I corrected it myself, but I don't have PPF capabilities or anything. And within 6 to 10 months really from washing it, even 2-bucket method, doing everything the right way, it's still scratched. So here we are. So it looks great, huh? But if you look ever so carefully on the bonnet, we have 2 dings. You definitely cannot see them because the lighting in here. Along the side of the car we have ding number 1, ding number 2 is somewhere there. We have a ding down here, dented there. You can see here, there's a double ding here as well. We also have our lovely scratch selection on the back. The previous owner of this car in London, the car was bought originally from Mercedes Chelsea, I forgot to mention that, reversed it into his wife's G63. So if you are going to scratch your A45, one way to do it, I suppose. And then you can see over here we have a pretty bad ding, there's a whole lot going on here. I really don't know what happened. Other than that extensive list, oh wait, here's one lovely big dent. I was honestly more heartbroken about the tires at the time because Mikey put new PS4s on all four corners only a couple of weeks before, and on one of the other dailies, the A6, I was a fan of curbs on that at this stage. Honestly, I've curbed it so many times. It doesn't even look bad. It's just a drive-through sort of thing. I was more worried that I was after taking a chunk out of the tires because they're brand new, and believe it or not, the price I'm after getting to fix those two scratches is substantially cheaper than a brand new PS4 tire, so it worked out well. So how are we all doing, guys? This is a bit of a switch up from the last little segment. I figured I was doing a whole lot of talking in front of the car rather than in the car, so I figured we'd switch it up, go for a little skedaddle out to Hoth and get some nice rolling shots. It's a nice little piece of kit to drive, even compared to everything else we have. And it's no slow poker, and I can tell you that much for free. So, it was actually pointed out to me yesterday that this car has the same gearbox as an SLS, and you know what, I had my suspicions because of the gear shifter. It's the exact same, but I didn't have my wits about me, it seems, so my suspicions were not led to resolutions or realizations, more so I believe the word would be. But yeah, the gearbox, you know what, it does have its issues in the fact that it is a bit laggy. It's not the most immediate response, and I do believe the newer like A45S and honestly like just the newer AMGs kind of address these lagginess issues, but honestly it's not really like an issue per se. Like, it is noticeable, but it's not like make or break for the car. Like, I don't get in a change of gear and be like, Jesus, that's so slow, like why, who would pay this much for a performance car that shifts like that? Honestly, I have no complaints. Like, listen to the thing, it's just so sick. So guys, that's it for me today anyways. We're going to be uploading weekly, hopefully, as we kind of progress, and then bi-weekly, of course, as things progress a bit further. Let me know below what you thought of the video, what you think of the style, the content, me rambling maybe too much, me rambling not enough car footage, sounds, etc. If you did actually really enjoy the video, please leave a thumbs up. Of course, the subscribe button is there. There's a notification bell, but I don't really expect anyone, if you want to, click it, but I don't click it on YouTubers I watch, so maybe don't, maybe do, it's down to you, of course. Obviously, let me know what cars you want to see next. If you don't know what cars we have, our Instagram is below, and that has the list of cars on the bio, and there's photos of the majority of them now at this stage, I think. Of course, don't forget about our giveaway. It ends the 31st of April. I'm giving away 2 Formula 1 team t-shirts. It's not just limited to Ferrari and Mercedes, which it seems a few of you think it is. So all you need to do is check out the Instagram post for that. All the instructions for that giveaway are on that post. And yeah, until next time, guys, thanks for watching.